Welcome back. On this episode, we have Micheal Mr. Casa Herrera, the punk rock realtor.
Right on. Great to be here.
Get ready for the real estate show that takes you across the barriers and into the danger zone. That Bitchin' Real Estate Podcast with your host, Tenacious T.
Alrighty. For those that do not remember, he was on my Tenacious Eats Taco Cello.
Oh, yeah.
Micheal, dude, I just love you, man. I think you are just the coolest. Ever since I first saw you come on the scene, I've got to tell you, one of the things I respect most about you is your authenticity. You're not selling out just to get the deals, get the job done. You're being yourself. But before we go into that, we do have to remind them of those 10 questions.
Oh.
I know we've sent them once before.
The lethal 10.
Yes.
For sure.
They might have changed a little bit since Taco Cello.
Throwing a curve at me.
Yes, I am. So get a little closer to that mic right there.
All right.
We got to hear that cool, sexy punk rock voice that I mean, I dig it.
Should I go Barry White on it?
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Hey, everybody.
So, as it pertains to an MLS description, what is your favorite word?
So my two favorite words are motivated seller and agent bonus. I love agent bonus. Yeah.
I have to say it does pique my interest when
Right.
they've said that. What does it tell you when they've said that?
It usually tells you that we have a motivated seller.
Yeah.
They need to close by a certain date, and it gets the ball rolling quick. At least. Well,
To get you excited?
It always
Gets me
goes
excited.
rolling quick for me, but
Yeah.
get the clients motivated. Let's do this.
Let's
Let's
do
close
it.
this.
What is your least favorite word?
I said this in the last one, but it's the description is sought out. Everything is sought out, from the neighborhoods to the schools to everything is sought out, and we can be more creative. I guess.
Yeah, totally. Descriptive words are so important, everyone, especially this day and age. It really is all about the way it looks and how you describe it in life. And again, I know we've gone through this before, but give me your turn-ons. When you wake up in the morning, what gets you to say, this is the day I'm going to kick ass? What is your turn-on?
A great sunset is always good. I'm a morning person, so I like to wake up, drink my coffee. I'm going to be honest, the first thing I do is go through social media. So I look through a lot of the stuff on Instagram. Like, I'm really big into art, music, houses, architecture, all that stuff. So, that's kind of a thing, gets my mind going and the creativity's rolling and stuff like that. And then, I always have music in the background too. So it's kind of, music's a big motivator in the morning too. So.
Your creativity is off the charts. I love it. Again, I mean, everything that I watch is either funny or it's entertaining or it's different. And I dig it.
Right. Well,
You're
just being myself. So
exactly.
it's easy.
Turn-offs. What turns you off?
I don't like complainers. I've never been a fan of complainers, and once you start complaining about stuff, it just gets old, and I'm like, whatever.
Yep, the old Charlie Brown cartoon.
Exactly. Heard that, been there. 48, been through it all, so,
Your favorite curse word?
Oh, man, it's
Yeah, I mean, it's
this, that,
so many use. Bring you back for, I think I said it was going to be episode 36. 36.
Right.
And the various uses.
Yeah, definitely. So that's my word.
Yeah, exactly. What noise or sound do you love?
I love the sound of the tattoo machine. I love the sound of music, but it's something about that.
I'm starting a half sleeve this afternoon.
Haley's getting her one of her dream tattoos this afternoon.
A peacock.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm obsessed. And like my wedding was peacock themed. My husband says the inside of my house looks like a peacock exploded.
It does.
And so let's put one on my arm.
For sure.
I'm so
How
excited.
big are you going to go?
We're starting like this big, and then
nice.
I'm going to probably end up with a full sleeve. But
Right.
we'll see how much of a wussy I am.
How old were you when you got your first tattoo?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, I was like 14, and they're like, people make fun of my tattoos on my legs, but those were garage tattoos. So those are actually punk rock tattoos with the needle and a pin, old school style. So people are like, that's the worst tattoo I've ever seen. I go, I was 14, man.
And those are memories.
I was a skater, and it was like,
Yeah.
dude, man, it's like, there's history behind that. So.
Oh, totally. I got my first one at 18. I planned it for a long time, but back then, we're talking, almost 30 years ago.
Right.
You really went into one of those old school tattoo biker
Grunge.
places.
Right.
And if you can picture like this cute little rocker high school girl walking in there, I was tenacious back then.
Damn, crazy. But yeah, 14.
So what noise or sound do you hate?
This is really weird, but I love motorcycles and I love choppers, but the sound of them tearing off. I used to live in a old town with it was like a basic ghost town, but every Saturday and Sunday choppers nonstop. Saturday morning, Sunday. So if you're trying to relax, drink your cup of coffee, you know, all day long, all day long. And it was crazy. I mean, it was great. It was a great place to live, but it's just,
I think as we just mature and we get a little seasoned,
right,
we know what we don't want to listen to.
Right. I live next to railroad tracks as well, so I adjusted to the trains and stuff like that. But those choppers, man, because you'll be doing something chill, and then all of a sudden, boom.
Yeah. All the way down. It's like, oh.
One more time, yeah.
We again talked about this before, but if you could choose any profession, what would it be?
Hey, go back to being that artist.
Yep.
I miss that. That lifestyle. Miss the culture. Miss a lot of the people, because there's a different whole set of people in the art world. Of course, we know that musicians as well. You know, so a lot of my friends are musicians and artists.
And you're a graphic designer. You can draw. You can paint. I'm going to say it right here and now. I think I want you to do a mural on one of my backyard walls.
Oh, dang! I haven't done a mural in a long time. Yeah.
That would.
I haven't painted big in a long time.
So if I bring you the beer, we can. If I supply all the beer you want,
we can negotiate.
Yeah,
there we go. I'm a great negotiator.
She's a motivated.
I've done some great deals.
Homeowner.
No, I'm just kidding. And again, dead or alive, if you could have dinner with anyone, who would it be and why?
I said this before. Scarlett Johansson. Let's have some dinner, drink some beer, and just laugh. That's about it. I'm married, so, sorry, Scarlett. Yeah. I'm taking.
Now, I am not Scarlett Johansson, but I brought you a beer.
Dang, you brought me a big one, too.
Well, I had to swing by the gas station, and they only sell the big one single. But
I can drink it too.
Dude, I brought you the beer because I want to say cheers. I'm not drinking yet. I'm trying to stay focused this morning. But one of the things I really wanted to talk about with you, now that we've got those 10 questions out, is the broker game. As a new agent, it is so difficult to find your home, your groove. This is the toughest business I have ever been in. And I've done a few things in my life, and I bounced around a lot too. Tell me, as again, not the youngest man, you've got a family, you need health benefits. Where did you end up, and where are you at now?
Well, I came here from California not knowing a single soul. I tried to join a team. I tried to hire a mentor. I fired both of those. Went on my own because I wasn't getting any business. I wasn't falling into their thing. The scripts and the cold calling and the FISBO. Oh, man, that's just not me.
You have too much personality.
Exactly. So that's exactly it. I realized that, I feel like I have a great person. I can talk to anybody. So my whole game was face-to-face. Open houses, door knocking, worked with tons of renters. My business, I haven't closed a lot of deals, but 12 to 13 your first and second year is pretty good.
Okay, I'm going to pause you right there. 12 to 13 in your first year. I'm going to throw out some stats right now. We have about 35,000 licensed agents in Arizona. Of those, only 2,500 do up to 5 deals, and only 1,700 of those do more than 6 deals a year.
Right.
Dude, you're in the top 3% already.
That's good. That's good. And I like the way I did. I did old school style. So it's face to face, and what the old timers tell you works. It's the whole thing, so.
It took me a couple of years, I'm going to say almost 3, to really find my groove, and still figuring that out. I'm changing, I'm evolving all the time, just like, the iBuyer and the iSeller of the world. I get it. It's like Terminator is coming to life. The AI it's just surpassing a lot of the levels we thought it would. But there's one thing that they can never do and they can never replace, and that is being human and giving a shit.
And that's how I run my business. I'm very down to earth, transparent. Let's talk. No questions. Stupid. I'll answer the same question 10 times because that's what we do.
Yeah.
And I have no problem doing that.
Who's your ideal client? Like who do you gel with? Who comes to you?
I generally meet a lot of cool, young, hipster type people that come here from New York, Chicago, San Francisco, the Bay Area. If you walk in from Cali, you're more than likely going to be my agent. Or you're going to be my client. Yeah. Sorry, I'm going to be your agent. So it's just, you get to meet people face to face and you kind of get to read them. And a lot of them I'm pretty chill. I dress pretty casual. I'm not intimidating.
Yeah.
people are I just mesh well. So
Yeah.
ideally, they're young people, probably under 40, involved, have good jobs, involved in the tech field, artistic, musicians, that kind of stuff.
Because what's interesting is, sure, there's times we dress up a little nicer. There's times that, maybe we should take the car that went through the car wash today. But overall, again, what I appreciate about you and what I see familiar about what you do is just being you. I mean, I'm a t-shirt and jeans girl that drives a Mustang, and you're the punk rock realtor, and you're very approachable and you're very kind. Tell me about your family.
Well, I have 2 kids and a wife. My daughter is 6. My son just turned 11. And my wife is my wife. She's and the good thing about real estate is she's been home. I've been taking care of her since I started the real estate business. That's hard to do, support 3 people on real estate and starting a brand new business. So I'm not tapping myself on the back when I'm saying, hey, I'm surviving. I've done it, and I'm happy.
No, you should tap yourself on the back.
Oh,
Totally.
I should drink a beer, right?
Yeah, exactly. This is
Cheers.
in this day and age, it is a 2-income family, and if you can get it to go with one, and you're one of the parents can be with the children and spend more time, that right there is more wealth.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
I mean, I don't know how to put that again, but it's more wealth than money itself.
Right. And being in real estate too, actually allows me to attend all my kids' functions as well. So I can go to the afternoon sessions or band things and everything.
Yeah,
so it's great.
We can do deals on the phone.
For
like
sure.
I mean, it's all e-sign now. Let's just pull out the phone. We can do it right out there at the baseball game. That is the part about real estate I love. Look, I say over and over again, if you're not laughing, screaming, crying, jumping for joy, high-fiving, or curled up in the corner with a gin and tonic, you're not doing your job right. And dude, you're doing it. And I love watching it. It's a fun ride.
Well, thank you.
Your prize for coming on today is a cash cow scratcher.
Oh, dang.
You do have to split winnings with the producer, but go ahead and
Really?
Scratch that out
Winner,
and let
winner.
us know what
So you
won.
might be getting a tough deal because the last time it was if it's over $10,000, but now she just wants half of your winnings.
Really? Oh,
Just
man.
half of the winnings, regardless. It could be a buck and you got to give me 50 cents.
And you said go ahead and scratch it off.
Yeah,
Right?
so we're going to scratch it so we can see what's going on there.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah,
We
that's
got
right.
This is a man that knows scratchers.
Oh,
He went right for his lucky numbers
he's-
first.
No hesitation,
He's
right?
got the.
It took us a while to figure it out the last time.
He's got his finger and the whole he
I know,
knows what
right?
he's scratching.
Should have came with my official scratcher coin.
So what do we got? What is showing up there?
Lucky numbers are 9 and 5.
And I didn't even scratch it off that far. Let's see here. Nope. 0. Nothing.
Well, we're down 2. We're not winning here.
Are we 0 and 2?
But
Yeah.
0 and 2.
Oh man.
So I will tell you, as people go through today, if there are some winnings, maybe we should just split it evenly. What do you think?
I like it.
Have a party. Yeah.
Thank you so much again for joining us. Like I always say, it is not what you go through. It is how you come through it. This is Kimberly Toko, Tenacious T.
Haley Schuster, the Blue Line Agent.
And
Micheal Herrera, the punk rock realtor.
out. Welcome back to That Bitchin' Real Estate Podcast. Today's episode features the Titillating Title Tales.
Get ready for the real estate show that takes you across the barriers and into the danger zone. That Bitchin' Real Estate Podcast with your host, Tenacious T.
Hey, Kimberly Toko, Tenacious T, with my partner in crime, Haley Schuster, the Blue Line Agent. Please say hello.
Hey. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. I can't do this without you, my dear. Do you not know that by now? So, the unsung heroes of real estate are title people. Today we have Alyssa Perry and Stacy Heinz with Chicago Title with a very titillating tale, ladies.
What kind of tale do you want?
I know. Titillating one.
Well, we were talking about all of our different stories, and we're like, well, I don't know which one to give.
How about the burned out house in Carefree that was in bankruptcy and a Scottish LP and in bankruptcy in London as well? I mean,
Yeah.
how much more complicated can you get?
Yeah. Yeah, that is what I want to talk about is people do not realize the role that title plays. And I know there's a huge tug of war. Every negotiated contract has, I want my title people. No, I want my title people. Look, lady, you're going to take my... I mean, it is a battle. We fight for our title people because we want a smooth transaction. And I know you ladies have had a few hairy ones with me, but... Haley, every deal has hair on it, doesn't it?
Oh, yes. Otherwise, you're not doing it right.
And we still have Michael kind of hanging out. Michael, does every deal have hair on it?
Oh, definitely. Every deal's different.
Yeah,
Sure.
every deal's different. I want you guys to reach down and maybe think of a scenario that we won't name names that could have been prevented and what it should have been that a real estate agent should have done to prevent that. Do you have one of those?
Well, I actually had just this week. We had two separate transactions getting ready to close this week, and last week we're reaching out to the seller and trying to get them scheduled, and they're in Europe. Both sets actually. It was very interesting. I'm like, wait, how do I have two sellers now stuck in Europe that we didn't know about? And one of the biggest preventions is communication. Like if they would have told us, we could have got them signed before they headed out of town and got that all taken care of.
So how many days before closing did you get notified that the sellers were in Europe?
Well, one was a week and another one was about 2 weeks, but they wanted to close early. The buyers wanted to close early. So on that deal, actually it worked out because there was two trustees of a trust. So we were able to, one of the trustees was here in the States. The other one was in Europe, and we did they resigned as trustee.
Nice.
So we were able to get that one cleared up. The other one, luckily his son jumped on it and helped us. He had his father, he thought it was in Poland, ended up being in Thailand, but could get a flight over to Cambodia. So, the very next day he had an appointment at the U.S. Embassy in Cambodia.
Dear
And he took a flight, got to Cambodia, and got the document out into FedEx the next day. So we really only got delayed by 2 days, but it was,
Holy
a couple hoops.
crap.
Go through.
It was a miracle. The
Yeah.
consulate in Cambodia had an opening.
Yeah, the very next day.
Usually, the U.S. consulates and any of those situations, they book out 3 weeks, if not more, in advance.
Well, that's why he flew from Thailand to Cambodia.
'Cause they actually had
Thailand
one.
was 2 weeks. And so it's like, oh, it's a quick flight to Cambodia. I'm like, "Oh, okay.
So a file like that, you end up putting how many extra hours on? And again, this is why you're the unsung heroes of real estate.
Well, it kind of takes up your day. So it starts to consume your whole day. You know what? We have 5-6 other closings going that day, but it's like, okay, now I have to drop everything, focus on this one. How are we going to get this done on time? And luckily we just work with a great team that we're able to kind of take time to work on that one file while everything else is still processing. That we're trying to get done too, as well as having others help us out to make sure we get it all done.
There's a misconception that at 5 o'clock you guys close the doors and you're done for the day.
We'd like to lock the door and hope that nobody comes in or calls, but we're still there.
It doesn't happen. Yeah, we're there.
How many hours a week do you? I mean, I'm talking everything at home. When you're working on files, when you're just like, oh my gosh, I need to get this done, or else we're not going to be able to close. How many hours a week do you actually work?
It really depends on the week. Because if we're, it's been busy lately, so we've been working a lot more than usual. But
We were in yesterday.
yeah, we were in yesterday.
Yeah. So it wasn't 40 hours.
No, it's never
that we're
40
talking.
hours.
Yeah.
No, well, it's 45 or 40. Yeah, 45 anyways. Because
Yeah.
we work 8 to 5. You don't take a lunch.
Yeah.
We take 10
Yeah.
minutes in the back room to
Maybe.
shove a sandwich down or something. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd say probably close to 60 if I were to guess,
Yeah.
based on checking emails from the phones. And that's one great thing is we both also have access at home, which is
Yeah.
a hindrance and a help at the
Yes.
same time.
Yes. So I think most people know I'm a Chicago title girl, and you guys are my girls. I love the fact that you read my mind, but more importantly, we've done a lot of transactions together. Never once have we been delayed from anything done at title level. You guys have always been rock stars and kicked ass. I think, again, you're very underappreciated. We don't talk about title enough. You two, if you were to say anything to agents right now, new agents, old agents, what should we know that would make your job easier? Yes, Stacey.
We are not psychic.
Yeah, no, that's what I was going to say. We don't have a
That's
crystal
a
ball.
segment for later. Crystal is coming on with her tarot cards, but yes, you are not psychic.
Yeah, we're not psychic. We don't know that your buyer had to leave town, or one had to leave town and the other one's still here. We don't know any of that.
Right, or that there's supposed to be a credit from the seller because you didn't send us the addendum. It's like we try to stay ahead, but communication is so key to the transaction. It's like, I know, we're kind of in the background, but I think people forget to add us in and figuring out what's going on. It's like, hey, just CC me
And
in the
lender
email so I can read in what's
too.
going on.
Yes.
Lender's communication. I've got a deal that's been delayed for 5 days and emailing the lender, what's the status? And no response. So
the other thing that I wanted to cover on my show, because this is a show that we can openly debate and we can openly discuss things in a fun way. I think title people need to receive gifts too. You guys spoil us. You work your butts off. You make sure that we have closings. You give us gift baskets. You give us flyers. I mean, pretty much anything we ask for, you supply us because you want us to succeed. I want to know what you guys want as a gift. Is it coffee cards? Is it a muffin basket? What do you want from us?
We just want your escrows.
we just want more deals. That's
They
what we're
just want the
after.
money, people.
Smart. There you go.
Well, I do have a gift for you today. It is the Cash Cow Scratcher.
All right. Or here, I'll.
And
don't
there
take it.
again, the waiver that you signed
Switched it.
when you came in.
It's like fortune cookies. You can't take it back.
Well, she was handing
I
this
get a
one to me and
quarter
that
now.
one to you, so I didn't want you to think I was stealing. I'll trade you,
All right.
unless yours wins.
Can you hear the scratching? Haley, what do you think? Are they going to
One of
win
them's
this
a
time?
winner.
I think we have to have a winner.
Yeah, we have to have a winner.
We're batting 1,000 right now.
Michael needs another beer. Win some
Yeah,
money, people.
exactly. Win some money. We can go down the street. It's lunchtime.
Nope. Nada.
Damn it.
Nope. Oh wait,
Alyssa
I
won.
take it back.
Oh yeah.
Woo woo.
Lunch on
All right.
Melissa.
$50K?
$1.
Yeah.
Back of the box
yeah.
tacos for one
Tip for
person.
one
We
person.
all get
It's
20
a tip right there. You gotta think positive. It's a tip.
Well, I don't have time to ask you both the 10 questions, but I do want to ask you my favorite question of my 10 questions. We'll start with Alyssa. What is your favorite curse word?
Oh, I'm the F bomber as well.
Well, then you've got to say it. You
Oh,
gotta
well,
say it. There you go. Stacey.
Well, it's kind of 2 words, but son of a bitch is my favorite
Oh,
phrase.
I like that. There's something very satisfying.
It's just son of a bitch, and you throw something at the same time. It's the world to me, actually.
so awesome. Well, like I do with every show, I close it out. It is not what you go through. It is how you come through it. This is Kimberly Toko, Tenacious T,
Haley Schuster, the red or blue line agent.
our little special guest. I shouldn't say so little.
Michael Herrera, the punk rock realtor.
And my very special girls. I couldn't live with. I mean, seriously, I cannot function without you girls.
We love you.
Oh, thank you. They're just saying that because they don't want me to go Tenacious T.
Yeah.
This is Stacey Hines, Chicago title.
And Alyssa Perry with Chicago title.
Out.